What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Clash of Clubs. I'm Dylan. They just got punched in the mouth. They didn't even know how to react.
That is one Derby Diamond.
I'm Mila. Do we want to do a little prediction? That was the last time they showed initiative to go get a fucking player.
They're still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero.
I'm Grant. They're talking a lot about you 15. How will you respond 15? We downgraded from Peppa. Do you know how absurd that is?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
What's going on, guys? The Champions League is back. And for the first time in 2 years,
Yes.
Chelsea are back in the Champions League. And no better way to start off their Champions League campaign than a little away game at the Allianz Arena in Munich. Chelsea take on Bayern.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's talk about it, Grant. Let's talk about it.
I mean, this is where we want to be, right? This is where we belong, and can't be scared of them now, right? This is what we wanted. We don't want to play Noah again, respectfully. They're our friends over there, but these are the games we want to play. These are the games that Cole Palmer needs to be playing. Moises Caicedo, all that. I'm excited, man. I don't particularly fear any team. I guess I fear more of the stage and our players react and all that stuff. But I mean, if anything would show me otherwise, I mean, the PSG game, like, they're ready for that type of occasion. To what we've always kind of spoken on. They seem like they're ready for cup games and they can approach a team in a one-off and beat them.
Yeah,
it's a great chance to prove it. We've succeeded in this arena before with a lot more on the line. It'll be tough to see Nico in another jersey. I didn't expect it that quick. He's still our player, but we'll see how involved he is. But yeah, I'm pretty confident in this game. Maybe it's because I'm naive and it's been too long, but I definitely think this isn't the same Bayern that we know in just inevitable and just destroying teams. I still think there's questions, and from what we've seen with Chelsea, they have a lot harder of a time breaking down a low block, as most teams do, but they really do enjoy attacking space, and I think there's a lot of space to be attacked with this team.
Yeah.
Upamecano, I think he's actually been really good for them lately. We always seem to catch him on an off night in the Champions League over the past few years. He's just had some horrific performances, candidly, but I think he's grown into that role over the past few years, and I think he's a much better defender than he's gotten credit for. So that'll be a big test. Musiala's out, but I mean, they got Olise, they've got Harry Kane, who's been clicking. They've got guys. Gnabry looks good again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I genuinely, on paper, like, I really do think you can argue there's a better side.
Sure.
Do you want to throw up my predicted lineup, Dylan?
Yeah.
Kind of what I think, because this is a very similar lineup to what we threw out against PSG. It's literally Tosin in for Colwell, but I have a feeling whether or not it's these exact 11 players, I think we go for a similar approach.
Yeah.
Maybe Esteban gets involved.
Would he be off the right there?
Right, like Palmer, because he's a right winger here. Gusto's the right back, holding the width. Cucurella, you get that left-footed player, so when we're getting pressed, which we know Bayern like to do, that really helps us out there. I think Enzo has some freedom to get involved here. But again, when you look at the midfield on paper and those four players in the middle, I think they're all very good, right?
Yeah.
Simple analysis. Respectfully, when you look at Bayern, like Goretzka, who I mean, if I'm not mistaken, they tried to get rid of him last year, and then every midfielder got hurt, and he got his place back in the team. And rightfully so, he got his place back in the team. There's a reason they were trying to get rid of him in the first place. I think that's where we can win this game. If we can play through their press, because we know they like to press. I think if we set up to play through their press and we have those technical players who are able to play in those tight spaces and the angles make sense, again, Chalobah cannot be on that left-hand side. I think you need a left footer there, which is why I think we end up going and reverting to this shape, because it affords Cucurella the option there. Reese, I don't think they trust his fitness to be going up and down in the half spaces from right back. So in this instance, he's where Lavia would probably be if he was fit. And then Gusto is where Reese would be if Reese didn't have chronic hamstring issues. But we live in reality. Lavia is not fit. Reese has not been fit consistently for years. So this is what we're going to see. I think a lot of Chelsea fans on the internet are going to be upset seeing it because they want to see Reese go up and down and they want to see Lavia fit. They want to see maybe lesser so, but Fofana fit. And we live in reality. We're going to have to rotate. Thankfully, we did against Brentford. Maybe not so much, thankfully, because we dropped some points. But I don't know. I don't really see how else we approach it.
No.
Maybe Esteval gets in there.
That would be.
I think Neto's in there for his work rate. Garnacho's not
be.
starting. Gittins
He
isn't
should be
starting.
playing.
Yeah, I think this is as close as it gets. Maybe one or two changes.
No. You guys, it's an
fix
interesting
itself.
battle.
Yeah.
It's like Bayern is such a weird team. Like you said, they're not the same Bayern of the past. They're just a different side. They're much older. They even kind of leaned into that a little bit in their transfer window. Older. I say older, like Luis Diaz is some older prodigy.
Right, he's in his prime. Didn't mention it at all. Right.
Their forward three is very good. Diaz, Kane, and Elise is very good. But I will say that when it comes to the Bundesliga, and I think of recent note, and I know that Dortmund got to the Champions League, and so I'm not going to the final. So I'm not going to count them. But Bayern has really struggled in games against top tier opponents because I think there's just a lack of playing high level talent week in, week out. Like they've put up like 14 goals and conceded 3 in the league in 3 matches.
Right.
So I feel like there's just a natural level of like,
Dylan, they did that against Wiesbaden, Augsburg, and Hamburg.
Yeah. And that's to what
your
you're
point.
Saying there,
can they go from 0 to 100?
Yeah, and they're gonna have to. I mean, but that's to the Bayern standard of play. That's the whole point. They're just like a Real Madrid. You go beat up on a bunch of crappier teams that are way below you in terms of money and talent and all that stuff. You go win your trophy, and then you go to the Champions League, and that's where you go, and ultimately that's where you get your prize. That's the same for Italy, not so much, but for Germany and Spain, like it's those big teams that are just like, if they win the league, it's kind of whatever to them. It's about winning the Champions League. That's what they are always aiming for, which is really strange to me. But that's the beauty of the Prem. And to your point about Chelsea, I'll turn it back to Chelsea because I don't really enjoy talking about Bayern. I just don't know enough about them. And
they have Nicholas Jackson.
I'll be interested to see if he plays. I don't think
he's
played
half
yet. Did he?
He came on at half. Yeah.
Okay.
Him and Kane together.
Interesting. So I could see him being like a dynamic sub. I think Harry Kane has been in just absurd form. He's definitely their player to watch. Like, but
can he beat the bright lights allegations?
Can he beat the bright lights? I also think that unlike Brentford, this is a game that suits Tosin a lot more because Harry Kane is not a striker that's going to beat him in behind. It's more of a physical battle. Harry Kane's going to drop deep. He's going to want to collect play. That suits Tosin and Cucurella and Chalobah a lot more than it does in a match against a Holland, I guess. I don't have a better example right now.
Yeah, I think just when you're pressing too, like we heard a lot of Tacticos talking about it with United, but the center backs jumping. But also it's from the back to the front, right? And with this setup, we saw it against PSG. You have Caicedo and Reese who can jump and they're willing. And then even Cucurella, we've seen him press all the way to even like the left wing at times, not in that game, PSG, but throughout his Chelsea tenure. Chalobah, mobile player. Tosin, obviously not so much, but those other 9 outfield players, they can jump, they can press. I think that's really the key. I mentioned it on the pod, but João Pedro is not at full fitness. Played both games for Brazil, one off the bench. And then came off early. He probably would have played the 90 minutes or we would have brought on another striker. But again, these are the things you deal with. This is why you invest the money we invest, right? You have to have plans and backup plans. But I do think that's a key. And to your point, personnel-wise, matchup-wise, like the matchup does suit us on paper, but it doesn't mean it's not Bayern Munich in front of you. It's still Bayern Munich, regardless of the tactical setup. Like you're going away to Bayern and half our squad's never been in the Champions League before. So maybe that's the bigger talking point than how it
Sure.
looks tactically, right? Like it's a lot of guys who haven't been on the stage before, but then you do have guys who are on the stage. Reese has won in this competition. Enzo's a world champion for club and
they're
country.
technically they're all
Palmer
world
scored in a final. Yeah, I know. But Enzo's played in a World Cup final. Cole Palmer's played in some big games. He scored in a final. Like, so you do have that. Cucurella assisted in a Euro final. You have guys who've been there, but then you have guys who have not been there. So again, I think a lot with Chelsea this season, we're going to learn a lot. Like, are they there yet? Are they not there yet in terms of are they ready to compete for majors on all fronts? I think this is the year where those questions get answered. And if they're not answered, we'll know how to fix it. But yeah, I think it's a very exploratory year because I think I was really happy with the way the season ended, but I think the world champions thing definitely pushed expectations internally, but also externally. Sure. It's like, okay, whether or not we thought this was a fluke, we do have to call them world champions now. So where is the expectation? I think you can ask 10 different people and get 10 very different answers with them. I'm still seeing a linear growth, but we're gonna learn starting Wednesday, Dylan.
It's crazy. I mean, this is why we love the Champions League is you can start a match of this magnitude, you know, a rematch of finals here. It's just awesome. That's why I love the Champions League. I have unless it's Liverpool playing, I've got no horse in the race naturally. I just get to
get those English coefficients, Dylan.
Yeah, I just get to enjoy the match. I've been there. I think this is fireworks, dude. I think you get many good storylines. You get Kane playing against a Premier League team. You get Nicholas Jackson with all the loan saga this summer. And then on top of that, you get Cole Palmer's first game in the Champions League, which is so exciting. I think
Caicedo's first game.
Caicedo's, yeah, this is where the big players make their bread. When we talk about big players, you think of Ronaldo, you think of like Messi, and we go to Champions Leagues. If Palmer's legacy is only decided on the Premier League stuff, he will be a Premier League great. But this is where you make your mark as an all-time great. So I'm super excited to see what Palmer does. I think
he's my match winner. To become world champions wasn't enough, Cole. I need more from you.
I think he's my match. Is he your match winner?
It's his 100th appearance. Written in the stars.
Do you have a match winner for this
for the club? Yeah, bro. Of course it's going to be him, bro. I mean, obviously you could say a Caicedo, you could say Reese. But yeah, it's those guys. I think to the overarching statement or sentiment where cup competitions, it's all about those guys, the X factors, right? The difference makers. Let's see it. Let's see what they got, right?
Yeah, put your nuts on the table.
We showed it to an extent in the Club World Cup. But this is the Champions League. This is a known commodity. We know what this competition is all about. And I think I know what a lot of our players are about, but it's up to them to show it. I think the manager will platform them in the right way. Thankfully, don't have to worry about that. But let's see what they got. And then you got United on the weekend.
If you want to hear our predictions, you have to go to the podcast.
Getting in the thick of it, bro. Let's go. I'm excited. We'll see how excited I am the next time we record. But
this is the best sport for this reason. You could be super high. We'll be talking next episode. It could be the worst day of your entire life. Trust me, I've had a lot of those recently.
Yeah. But on the bright side, Dylan, I will say from your perspective, as just a neutral Champions League enjoyer, the first few times you'll be like, fuck, like it's annoying. I wish my team was in it. But once you just get there and you're just in the Champions League, just watching all of it, it's fun. It's really
cinema.
Fun.
I have no stress.
Oh, it's going to be great, right? Midweek, you're just going to see group chats popping off. You're going to see people all caps, lots of explicitives. Oh, you're just going to be.
It's great. Tuesday through Thursday, I just get to enjoy great football.
You're watching a midweek friendly Man United versus Japan All-Stars.
Dude, I can't wait for
and then right after that.
It's going to be great.
Oh, dude. Bring it in. But then right after that, just kick back. If they win, you see that win? Facundo's going to tell you see that, Dylan? Nah, I wasn't watching.
I was watching some other game.
As soon as they drop points, hey, what's going on there?
Just constant hate watch.
Oh, it's so fun, bro. You'll really use it as a time to sharpen your tools, Dylan. That's what I've done. and I think I've grown as a result. So really use this period to hone your craft.
That's all I got going for me. That's all I got going
So
for me.
trust me, I've also been there.
You know what? Since we've got two teams in there, we might as well do a predicky counter for this as well and do it separate.
All right.
A UCL predicky counter. So I don't know if we're gonna do Manchester City versus Napoli. I'm hoping that we can do that with Mila at some point.
We'll do that on camera, and if he doesn't do it, you can cut it.
That's what I'm thinking. Do we just want to continue? Do we want to do all of the Premier League sides, or do we just want to keep it City and Chelsea? I feel like we should just do all the Premier League sides.
Just knock out some predictions real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I
I'll
can do
list
that,
off,
Dylan.
I'll list off the matches. The first one is Arsenal versus Sevilla. Or sorry,
That's
Athletic.
Arsenal.
Sorry, I just said Sevilla. It was the first Spanish club that came to my head.
Good catch. Good catch. Arsenal away at Athletic Club Bilbao. We're gonna go 3-0 Arsenal.
Yeah, I like that. I'll go 2-0 just because it's the first away night away. So 2-0 to the Arsenal. The next match is you guys versus Bayern. What do you got in your match?
3-1 Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea away at the. Ooh, that's big. That's big. I like that. I like
3
that
is huge, Dylan. That's what they're saying.
3 is huge. I'm not. I think that the weekend might be a little deflating, and I just think that's a really difficult place to play. I don't know. I don't like Bayern.
Oh, I'm a fan. You know me. I've got German roots, Dylan. But
I'll go
not today. Not Wednesday.
I'll go 2-1 for Bayern, just because it's a home leg. But I think that Chelsea are going to look really good throughout it. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be close.
Hope.
The next match is. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot Tottenham versus Villarreal.
I was hoping you'd skip that
on Tuesday. So, do you got Spurs?
1-0.
I think that they win 2-0. I don't like Spanish clubs. I don't know if you've noticed that yet.
Let's find out.
Hey.
Well,
this
comes a conundrum, Dylan.
This is a tough one, isn't it? This is Haram ball, dude. This is Yes, I don't like him.
No, we're gonna get that later when we get Arsenal versus Atleti. This is Liverpool versus Atleti.
This is true.
Thankfully.
This is true. Yeah, you go first, then I'll go.
2-0 Liverpool.
Yeah, I think this is going to be 3-0 Atletico Madrid.
2020 rewind, Dome? Is that what you're hoping for?
God, I fucking hope so.
Hopefully the world doesn't shut down again, but hopefully they still walk away with the result.
Holy crap, I forgot how many Premier League sides are in the Champions League. Manchester City versus Napoli. No, there's 2.
Oh, 2 more.
Yeah. Manchester City.
This is fun. I think these 2 games on Thursday are the ones where I'm having the most trouble with my predictions, bro. Because I don't know, De Bruyne's return. Yeah. Surely he does something. McTominay back in Manchester. Probably stinker hooked, but I'd love to see him do something. Hoyland back in Manchester already. Storylines galore, dude. Realistically, Conte just makes this hideous, right?
Yeah.
His Champions League record's not great, but we're talking about knockouts, not group stage or league phase. So 1-0 Napoli.
1-0 Napoli away from home.
Set piece, De Bruyne to McTominay.
Yeah, dude, I gotta follow the storyline here with this one. Holland is a Champions League scorer, so I imagine that there's gonna be a lot of goals. I'm gonna go 3-2.
You know what Antonio Conte is?
Haram ball enthusiast.
Exactly. So yeah, it's gonna be 1-0 and De Bruyne free kick onto McTominay's dome is what it's gonna be.
I like that. All right, so you got 1-0. I got 3-2, both for Napoli. And the final one, probably a no Yamal leg at St. James's Park. Newcastle versus Barcelona.
That's going to be fun to watch. That's going to be
elite atmosphere.
Yeah, I'm going to go 4-2 Barcelona.
Dude, this is the craziest high line versus just crazy press game of all time. You're so right about there being a ton of goals. Rashford back in the Premier League or playing against Premier League side again. Probably. Rafinha, Lewandowski scored at the weekend. They just pumped a team 6-0. Tighter contest for me. I think it'll be 3-2, but goals galore. Goals galore. Champions League night. I'm hoping that those games are electric. I'll have them on the double viewing screen on Paramount. Shout out Paramount, I guess.
All right here.
Yeah, those are our predictions. We'll start the UCL counter. Didn't realize how many freaking teams there are. That's crazy. I kind of
there's
forgot.
6.
It's just a lot. It's just a lot this year. So we'll have definitely a much larger sample size for that. But cool. We'll wrap it up there. Champions League is back. We are back. It's the best time of the year. We'll get into all of this later in the next future pods. Hopefully we'll get maybe a City one out there, but whatever. If we don't, it's City. Who cares?
That's right.
Alrighty. Well, from myself and Grant, this has been our Chelsea versus Bayern Munich preview, and we will see you guys in the next one.
2 words for him. Different gravy. Glorious goal! Wreathed in red. We're really seeing the most extraordinary finish here. On this day of days, has he delivered? Just magnificent! Potentially life-changing! That's football. Minute you let it under your skin, then you begin to make it better.